Most marketers are just screaming into a void online. And if you actually want to be of service and help people, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do that'll actually help people. And they're super simple. The first one is to just answer a burning question that somebody may have, but maybe not in the way that you think. It's easy to leave a comment or even a direct message to somebody online. But what if you instead grab your phone and shot a little personal video, something like this, like, hey, Ken, I saw that video you made about your mom having trouble getting up the steps. And, I just saw on Facebook Marketplace one of those cool little elevator things that goes up the stairs, and a guy's actually giving it away for free. I think it costs about $1,500, but the guy's just being generous and giving it away. I also happen to know a contractor who knows how to install these things. Let me know if you want me to hook you up with that. Here's the link to that stairway thing. See how simple that was? Super quick, very impersonal, wasn't salesy or anything. Just being of genuine help. And to be able to show your face to somebody in a message is great. And I find that this really works if you're kind of in a position of influence and people look up to you, or maybe you have a semi-large or large following. If you take the time to do that for somebody, I cannot tell you how amazing it makes certain people feel that you took time out of your day to send them a genuine message. They thought that you would just blast them with an email thing that said, hey, buy my stuff, or you maybe just look at them as a digit or a stat. But if you treat them like a real person and give them a real individualized thing that only takes a couple seconds, and genuinely give them an answer to a question that they have, I can't tell you how powerful it really is. The second thing is to make an epic intro for 2 people who may not know each other. And one of the best people I know that does this is Joe Polish. If you've never read his book, What's in It for Them, I highly, highly recommend it. And sometimes just being a matchmaker or putting people together is one of the best ways to build influence, to build good grace, and just to be a cool person. And it's super, super simple. And sometimes you can get paid a ton of money. I remember one time I made one phone call for 3 minutes, and I said, hey, bro, I got another bro who's got a webinar. You guys should get together because your audiences are perfect for each other. He made $160,000. I made $16,000 just for connecting them. I would have connected them for free. Didn't matter to me. I just genuinely wanted to connect the 2 guys. I made a bunch of money. It's an epic strategy. It's just the right thing to do. Do it when you can. So the third tip is to share something that has actually helped you in real life. And one thing that's been really helpful for me in the last few months is this Garmin Phoenix watch that my wife bought me for my birthday. And it's been helpful because it tracks my sleep habits. It lets me know what my heart rate is at any given time. It tracks my steps. So my fitness is, I have more data on my life to then be able to improve on. I'm not late for meetings. I'm actually usually never late anyways. I'm one of those people that believes if you're not 5 minutes early, you're totally late. And I really appreciate people who kind of live by that. But this watch has helped me tremendously. Now, it is an expensive watch, so I might not recommend that everybody go spend that amount of money. But if you can get a watch or a wearable device, there's like Fitbits, and I think even iPhone has got some like fitness apps and trackers in it that will track your steps and will track a variety of things. It's really good data that can help you become a healthier person and really focus on the habits that you need to, be more alert, to be more rested, and to be on time. So if you have something in your life that you've genuinely benefited from. Maybe it's a yoga class, maybe it's swimming every day, maybe it's step number 4 that I'm going to share with you in a second. It's a really good one. Don't hesitate to share that with other people, not in a preachy way, not in a salesy way, but just in a genuinely wanting to help people way. These watches worth their weight in gold. Number 4 is to shut up and listen. And I like to take this advice from myself and anyone who will tell me as much as I possibly can. I like to talk a lot. I'm the guy who wants the mic. I got an opinion. Hear me, hear me. And sometimes it really behooves me to just grab some duct tape and shut the heck up. And really, everybody wants to feel heard and seen, and too many people don't actually spend any time to prioritize that. And I like to remind myself of that. And it's interesting, like when I'm editing video sometimes between two people and like an interview going on, and you're going through the timeline, and every time I go through the timeline and skip, Bob's talking, and I can't find a snippet of where John's talking, and I'm like, man, Bob talks a lot. Well, I've even noticed that with myself when I'm editing an interview that I've done with other people. If I'm dominating 80% of the conversation, that's not good. I would much rather be the 20% who's listening, affirming what people are saying to me, maybe asking questions like, how does that make you feel? And then just hushing up and letting them brain dump and spill out their emotions. And listening is one of the most valuable skills in business. I'm finally, after 30 some years of guitar playing, learning to listen, which is absurd to me. I feel like an idiot, but I promise you, if you learn to shut up more and listen, and not for strategy sakes or anything, but honestly, shutting up and listening because you're genuinely interested in what the other person has to say. And while you're listening, I encourage you to truly listen, like actively be in it, not listening to think, what am I going to say next? Or sometimes an idea or multiple ideas will pop into your head and you're like, oh, this is a good idea. I can't wait to say something. And you're waiting for a spot to get in. I do this all the time. Stop. Just let the idea go and just let the person continue to talk and wait for a natural spot to actually chime in. You may have some great ideas that you want to blurt out, and it may feel like a missed opportunity if you don't get it out. But I promise you it's not. Just continue to listen, and the right moment, when there's a pause, will happen. And what organically comes out of you in that moment is probably the best response, not the rehearsed thing you have in your head or the clever thing that you can't wait to say to impress everybody or the story that you may want to tell. Remember, it's about them most of the time in these conversations. This will get you so far, and this is something I want to write down 100 times like Bart Simpson on the chalkboard so I remember myself, because I want to get better at it. And the fifth and last one is to give people public high fives. When you see people doing great things, share their story, leave a comment saying, hey man, I really got a lot of value out of this. This really helps me tremendously. I really respect that you're able to say this. These kind of compliments go a long way. And sometimes I will go onto social media and I'll say, I'm going to find 15 people to comment and give compliments to right now. And not fake compliments. Like, I'll genuinely just scroll through my feed and I'll find comments or posts that I like. I will let them know, hey, I like this. This is why I like this. This is how it helped me. And then encourage them to keep going. These kind of comments go a long, long way. I know know a lot of us post on social media and then sit back and wait for the comments to come to us. And if you want that to happen, one of the best ways to do it is to go out there and initiate it yourself and start that conversation. Be the person who is leaving those kind comments, because not only is the person who you're commenting to going to see it, but all that person's connections and fans and whatnot are going to see it too. And I've found that I've attracted thousands of different people that I've never known just by leaving a genuinely nice comment on somebody else's stuff with no intention of trying to build followers. I think just to build up that person. And I think if you take all 5 of these things and just make them part of your daily routine and just becoming this kind of person who actually cares about other people enough, more so than you care about coming up with the great hook or the great piece of content or the viral video or any of that stuff, all that stuff will end up coming naturally to you, and you'll have earned it, and it won't be a fluke. And these are the kind of things that has helped me throughout my career, and these are the kind of things that I want to remind myself of, hence why I'm making this video. This is not me standing on a soapbox preaching to you, telling you how to live your life. This is also a reminder for me on how I want to continue to show up online and to help serve other people. So if you like this stuff, if you want to learn more about how I do marketing, how I connect with people, go to ProfitMoffatt.com. You can get access to my entire library, my life's work, for $97 a month. There's links to all the programs on that page. You can go down a rabbit hole for hours and hours and hours. Please do that, or just sign up if you want. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It is a tremendous resource. I've been doing this a long time, and I love to help people. If you've got value from this video and you'd like to help me, please give a like, a subscribe, a comment, a share, any of that stuff. It all helps, and it's motivation for me to keep coming back and showing up like this each day. Thanks.